Greetings, Huntsman Hunters, welcome back to RWBY-JPDE. Miss Polly seems distressed today, so what I saw on the broadcast, it's been taken care of. That battle was just kind of intense. Penny has always faced these kind of skilled opponents before. She was the first time to put it in front of an insurmountable wall today, and that was the result. I see. And an unwilling guest has remained uncooperative. Yes, which is why I request your assistance. Like, nothing we've done has managed to make him reveal anything. Not even chemical means. I know you have implemented such things in the past. No, apparently he has immunity to such substances. Yes, I was surprised as you are, and so was the engineer. Apparently, to even begin to develop immunity towards these substances, you must be aware of their existence. And the treatment takes time. A mole, then? No. We have a defector from the science team in the past, but no moles. The substances are handled by more than the science team, and ours doesn't have a monopoly of chemists. I see. Question is then, why would he feel so need to go to such extremes? Because in our world, Mr. Osborn, information is more valuable than anything on Remnant, even lives. I'm sure you agree, considering the lengths you're going through to hide certain truths. Don't speak of me as if you know me, Mr. Torchwick. Oh, I don't need to know you as a person, Osborn. Your actions speak for themselves. You could leave the reason behind it for a jury. I'm a Democrat. I'm democratic. I judge men on actions they take, and you definitely put secrets above lives, and you put lives above your own personal profit. You're hardly in a position to judge me. True. Well, one big difference. I live in a world of humans. Hold on a sec, guys. Want to check something? Yep. Sorry, guys. I was just making sure that I actually had the right mic set up. Like, it is, like, my mic is on, but I was making sure I actually had it connected. In a world of humans, where taking lives is always the last resort for even in the underworld, there's a fallout for it. Getting innocent people caught in the crossfire is also a no, since it brings way too much attention on you. Now, what world are the two of you living in, I wonder? Looking down on all of us from your literal seats in the sky. The door, if you please, James. Soldier? Yes, sir. An interrogation needs with Headmaster Osborn himself. For me, I'm honored. You should. It's been a fair while since I've taken any direct action. The role of Headmaster allows me access to so much, but it's also brought me increased attention. Too many people wonder where the Headmaster Osborn would be off to, leaving his tower. Really now? And what changed all that? Recent developments have caused me to fall out of favour. I'm sure you're aware. Less attention and more care for me on top of it. Yeah, well, it's what happens. Well, it's what happens, Osborn. It made me realise that you should never be in a position where you can't take matters into your own hands. I feel a certain affinity, yeah, but unless you bring something to the table that Best of Atlas Intelligence hasn't, I'm afraid you're wasting your time, old-timer. True, there's nothing I could do to you, but James's men haven't. I wonder about your endurance, though. James, we're done here. What the? You've heard Headmaster Osborn. Open the doors. I didn't think I blinked. Even the camera feed. He was there, and then he was on the other side of the room, and the prisoner. Soldier, the door, if you please. Apologies, General. Ugh, Osborn, you. I'm surprised you're so conscious. I've seen some driven a-holes just like you before, doing whatever it takes, as they always say, for the greater good. I'm sure you have. You may just be the worst of them. Or the best, depending on your point of view. What the hell is it that drives you? What is what you want? What I really want is a change of moment. One single moment in time. And failing that, I want it to be nothing. I want it to have nothing being for nothing. You're a piece of work, Osborn. Ooh. I must say, I miss watching you work. He didn't have much. Seems like despite his big role in the previous part of the job, didn't trust him with many details of the rest. All he knows is that whatever happened is going to happen soon, in the time frame of tournament and his role. His role? Is he still supposed to do something even after being imprisoned? His role is to take over the Atlas forces stationed here in Vale and the fleet and all. I'd say like to see him try. Yeah, well, you don't know how he's gonna do it, do you? How do you mean, no? Exactly what I thought. And lower your voice. We got the last bullhead back and there's not a soul for a kilometer in all directions. Do you hear a single word I said? You self-absorbed snot. I did, which is why I wanted you to lower your voice. It's grating. Rox, Aqua's a point. This sounds serious. Serious is more than serious. It's catastrophic, and it's malicious. Someone altered the firewall protocol of the entire network, which means that any system connected to it is now exposed. It's genius, really. Cracking and hacking may leave traces and send off alarms, but this, nothing but a trace in a changing for the next software update. I didn't even want to imagine how they got their hands on developers schematics. Credentials, sorry. Aqua, in layman's terms, a firewall protocol tells a system who and how to allow it in. It altered so that the system allows access to anyone from anywhere, no matter how remote, and every single system in Vale's network then downloaded it overnight. Every single, you name it, it's compromised. Scrolls, versos, vehicles, terminals, even Astilian robotic troops. But why? Because the entire world runs on Alistidian software, and the CCT tower is where they get their updates from Atlas to the main towers, from there to the repeaters, and so on. So, anyone can potentially access their personal files of participants, like we did, from anywhere in the Vale network. If they find the IP address, yes, since the list is also now public domain, but there's the thing, there are exceptions. Exceptions? Think about it. Do you really think that whoever did this would leave themselves open to same vulnerability? I bet you my right arm, there's still uncompromised systems in the network. Wait, you mean you could find out who did this? Damn straight I could. Well, anyone with sufficient access could if they knew what to look for, but still. Except since this is something that could only be potentially discovered by another hacker, in doing so and exposing the original hackers would expose ourselves. You do realize what that means. That's what I thought. For just of civic responsibility will be disqualified. Or worse, expelled. I get it, Rox, but this is serious. This is bigger than us. Why? Because, as Aqua said, this is absolutely malicious. Everything that's become so valuable, the kind of damage that could do? I guess you're right. Then go. I hear Miss Goodwich's door is always open at any hour. As I thought. Now, I'm willing to send an anonymous tip to the law enforcement, but only after we win the Vile Festival, and we triple check that all of our tracks are covered. Understood? Yes. Roger that. Let's go. We need rest, and we only have 1 day to go through the intelligence before the rounds of 16. Got something to say? Coward. You haven't said a single complete sentence. What's your point of view of all this? I don't have a point of view, whatever. Clyde says it's fine by me. You're hard to dislike, Miriam, but you're hard to like too. She's a Dre. I knew it. Basically, if you don't know what that is, it's basically, if anyone's ever seen Evangelion, it's what's Ray's personality is, or Rai, you know, the blonde-haired girl, you know, the whole monotone personality. That's what she feels like to me. Alright, day 203. Damn, give them a hammer indeed. What a masterful last stroke from Miss Valkyrie. Team Juniper clears the rounds of 16. Okay, wow, Juniper is definitely not a team carried by Pyrrha. Impressive. That may be the best teamwork we've seen on display so far in the tournament. Even better than Team RWBY and Team NDGO? Yes. Team NDGO's performance was severely hampered by your team's efforts, Kenshi. As for Team RWBY, yes, I have to agree. It's not just the four team members working with each other just as well as Team RWBY. The partners work much better with each other too. The tournament will increasingly become more individual skill though. They'll probably just field Pyrrha forever. From now on, the matches are going to be daily or worse for all teams. If they keep making a single member fight all their battles, she's going to reach the final rounds exhausted. Without taking into account the random special rules that start with the round of 16, Pyrrha may not be able to fight all the time. Alright, fine. Hey May, shouldn't you be with your team? Our match is in the afternoon, and they're still a bit cross. Oh, because of Bodrum? No, because I got a boyfriend without telling them. Oh, I see. But they want to meet him and you've been delaying. Yeah, try to tell them that it's just a temporary thing since we're going to go back to Vacuum after the festival. They're adamant about it. Did they get protective about you because you're the only girl in the group? I guess. And after Kenshi's fight yesterday, they've been even more so. I understand why they would be. You're lucky we're the opposite of the opposite side of the basket, boyfriend. They're only going to be able to get their hands on you in the finals, boyfriend. So I guess that they're cross at me rather than you. Indeed. Anyone wants a soda? My treat? No, my treat. I need some air. We're already open, stud. And yet the air here seems heavy and oppressive. I like these downtimes where we don't have to worry about fights or someone trying to kill us. I'm so tired, I can't even make it a decent comeback. I think I'm going to take my time with the soda run. The fight yesterday took everything I had. We're kind of lucky Jack forced Nebula into a double ring out so she could save some energy. But considering who we're fighting, it couldn't be helped. Team NDGO really are amazing. Although I don't understand what Drew meant. What's the story behind their team? Titania mentioned something about them being bred for battle, but basically, it is connected to that. Mental rest is important, a physical one, Kenshi. Drew? I didn't think I had such a weak opponent that could recover from a fight with me while worrying endlessly about something else. Fair point. Though, I wasn't really worrying, more wondering. That's slightly better. Still, try not to overdo it. You look better, by the way. Better? Yeah, like, more relaxed. Less guarded. That makes sense, yes. I haven't felt like this in a long time, if ever. Light, unencumbered. And it's all thanks to you and your team, Kenji. Happy to hear that, although I'm still confused as to the exact details. The details? Drew, are you sure you don't need to go to the infirmary? You're completely out of aura. Yes, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. No, it won't. Gwen. It's over. It's all over. The field of Team NDGO is shattered. That's good, no? How dare you? Drew, what the hell? How dare you? How dare you say that to my face? Gwen, calm. The lives we've grown up, of all that we sacrificed, and all our provisions, and what will become? Look at us. Nebula is a nervous wreck who over-worries about how things may look. Octavia's brain is so wide with caffeine. Wait, with caffeine. What kind of word is that? Cafe. I don't even know the word. She sees the entire world as a drama. You're barely a functional mute. You can only relate to things about people through fighting. And my resting face is so ingrained that I can't even smile. I'm one of the most famous people on Remnant, and boys still run the other way. Being invincible, that's all we had. Everything depended on that. Love of our parents depended on that, and now we don't have that either. We're completely defeated on live TV, streaming for the world to see. We're going to lose everything. How can you tell me that was good? What are we supposed to do now? Pick yourselves up, dust off, and try again. And do whatever you want. Like Drew said, whatever we want. As I said, Gwen, I can only relate to things through fighting, which is why I've always tried to find new challenges, new opponents. Drew, because I understand that if we lost, it would all be over. We'd be left with nothing, and be forced to start from zero. Joining a Hunt's Academy wasn't a coach's idea, was it? It was you. What? You made the suggestion, he agreed. He sold it to our parents and to us. We would never been able to lose in the circuits. We needed different opponents, and I knew that Vital Festival would be held this year. All this time, you've always... I never noticed. I just thought... I know. It doesn't matter anymore. Nothing does. That's good. Because from now on, we can do everything. It'll be hard. It'll be both happy and sad. It'll be scary. But it will be all up to us. No fans, no sponsors, no parents. Just us. Is Drew crying? We'll fight who we want to fight. We go where we like, and without caring about everyone else. We'll do everything because we feel like it, not because it's a fit into a good plot. We'll be able to live like normal girls. Yes, and maybe I can find a hobby. Only if we stick together, though. Always. I'm not missing your actual first date for nothing in the world. Incredible or not, we're still NDGO. We're more than just teammates. We're friends, and nothing is ever going to change that. Nothing. On three. On three. 1, 2, 3. NDGO. Ooh, ow, injuries. Okay, bad idea. My arms are on fire. Alright, maybe I'll go to the infirmary after all. It's a long story, and one that is only mine to tell. Just know that we've removed a huge weight off our shoulders. I see. I won't pry any further. Hold on, guys. Okay. I hope that works better. Okay. I see. I won't pry any further, then. I'm just happy we'll be able to help. Yes, thanks. Thank you again, Kenji. For giving it your all, but... Next time we're going to have an actual duel without tournament rules, and I'll have my payback. But, did you say you were looking for someone to beat you? I did, but loss is still a loss. So we'll meet again, Dark Horse. What does that even mean? This is going to be my title from now on. The Golden Drew versus the Dark Horse. Well, sounds kind of cool, Wait, Kenji, no, that's actually what she wants you to do. Perish that thought. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do these and then I'll end the episode. I wonder if Nia was watching the fight yesterday. I mean, she's on Cinder's team, so she could technically have a front row seat. So I doubt she thought much of the spectacle. I got my ass kicked for most of the fight, and at one point I literally coughed up blood. And if she's looking, I hope she managed to distract herself some. I can't imagine she having a good time right now with Torchwick in prison being forced to obey Cinder's orders. Soon, we'll just have to trust in Miss Goodwitch. Once she has the information she needs, she's going to come down on Cinder and then she'll be free, or I'll have the opportunity to help her. Blackmail or not, Torchwick and Neo are still criminals, and they were involved in the breach. And yeah, I would have helped her and by reflection him without a second thought. What does that make me? Makes you an accessory. I'm the only one allowed to kick your ass, idiot. Really? That's what you took from all that, Neo? Okay, fair enough. Huh. Team RWBY and Juniper have won, so has Team Coffee? Alright, let's take a look at this. And so is Cinder's team. Crimson? We're only going to meet them in the semi-finals, but it's not the fight itself that worries me the most. Whatever Cinder aims to do, the end of the tournament is the time limit. Afterwards, those will be no reason to be unveiled any longer. Now, if the breach wasn't for the main part of her plan, then it was either supposed to enhance the main plot of the distract people from whatever she's planning. Her aim is to get to Amber, which means that her priority should be able to get as many people away from Beacon as possible, so no one can get in her way, and involves Grim and the White Fang of all things. All we know is it's going to be something big, and it's going to be during the tournament. Something so big to allow her to act undisturbed. What could that be? What could it be? Amber, what are you doing? Wondering what the green beans taste like. I don't think Beacon's cafeteria ever served them. I've really never seen them in Sanctuary either. I guess they must be exclusive to Mistral. I see. Well, what about we eat them together? Together, later at lunch. Amber, what is it? Nothing particular, it's the first time you've actually invited me to do something with you. Huh? I guess that's true. I got so used to always having you around as a passenger that I guess I never really thought about asking what you'd like to do. Oh god, that came out so horribly wrong. It's fine, I understand what you mean. I've been making myself rather scarce and unobservant to not be a further bother. But you're not a bother. I disagree. You are so much on my behalf, and having someone who can any time choose to intrude on your thoughts, that can't be an easy solution to be in. The sooner this is over, the better. The sooner this is over and done with, the better. Well, I never thought of you as a bother, Amber. Just as someone who needs my help. You're such a unique existence, Kenji. Unique? You think anyone could have just taken to a weird ghostly visitor and their troubles as easily as you? Your relationship with agony and magic is what allows you to connect with me like this, but without your kindness or mindedness, it would have amounted to a spat. You could have just ignored me, or we could have drove each other crazy. Instead, you decided to help me. And that kind of concern trickled down to your own relationships. I was an amnesiac victim, slowly dying, and now I'm a complete person again, on the way to recovery. I owe you and your friends so much, Kenji. How do I can return the favor one day? First of all, you're making me sound way more special than I really am. Second, they're not my friends. Huh? They're our friends. Still, you're probably the best friend I've ever had. That was so wholesome. That was so adorable. I loved it. Alright, you know what, guys? I'm gonna end the video here. Like us all, comment and subscribe. Jeff, and I'm out of here. See ya.